Hi guys, James here. New episode of my MineCrap series. I got a new texture pack. It's awesome. OnyxTiger made it. Very, very pretty. High definition texture pack. Second one I've ever used. I really dig it. Pictures are pretty cool. They're high definition so you can actually see what they are. Naked people. Minecraft scene. Some dudes. Walking sticks. A dude. And let's go. You'll kind of see the texture pack as I go along. Yeah, I've been updating you kind of on how my passive mob trap is going, and it's going a little bit better now that I found out from MetaRay. He plays on the server. I was complaining a lot about how slow this thing was going on Vent, and he's like, well, you know, it'll grow faster if you make it more than just one wide, and I did, and it did. So yeah, that was handy. It's about to like there-ish now. I'm kind of waiting on it to cover the whole thing because I can't really do much on it until it does cover the whole thing. That is. Anyway, I cleared some of the dirt around the bottom of that. You can see some additions to my house off in the distance. Uh-oh, dark is coming. I'll make it day. Hold on a sec. So, before we completely check out my house, we're going to take a ride in the boat escalator, because I made one kind of change to it. I figured I'd make it deeper, because, well, hold on, I'll show you as I was going over it. Lord Aldera, I was talking to him a lot about this, and he kind of suggested the additional water blocks that I've added to this thing. It kind of seems to help, although I'm kind of screwed no matter what, because if you'll notice, oh, now how that happened I have not a clue. That doesn't usually happen anymore. In fact, that's like the first time in ages that's happened. Anyway, I'll give you a little, if you'll notice, for each block, for each 2 blocks forward, you move 1 block up. Unfortunately, with the float speed and forward motion rate that boats have, you will travel the 2 blocks forward before you will raise 1 block. Which means, since you start slightly above, you get a little bit of a head start, like you don't start floating at the very bottom of this stone here, so you don't have to float up a full block to the next one. And for a little while, that means that for a little while you're okay, and you can actually make it past some steps. But eventually you're just guaranteed to hit a step or two, which I've come to accept, because the only way to make it perfect is to extend the length of each, of each step. And I'm not really prepared to do that, so I'm perfectly okay with it. Running into a step or two through its progress. Yeah, see, it hit 2 there. I'm okay with it, mostly because, yeah, I'd just be too much of a pain to make it better. Eventually, I decided this is going to connect to the passive mob trap, because there's no real good reason for me to connect it to the treehouse. There's nothing of serious function in there except for the view, which, ain't really that big of a deal. So, probably just connect to the passive mob trap because it's the furthest thing away from my actual, main base that I have. So yeah, seemed like a good place to go. Anywho, now we can move on to my house. Dum-da-dum. As you can see in the distance, there's some grass growing up there. I made the steps 3 wide, like I didn't on the first one in time. And it seems to be coming along nicely. So, from the comments that I got when I solicited them the last video, I made the decision to make a farm tower on top of / behind my house. What's going to happen here, you'll see there's some glass. I was doing some testing. Eventually, I'm going to have to make a glass ring around this center portion here to keep this open, but because since there's trees blocking it now, stupid trees. What's going to happen is, see, I've already got the glass around this. There are going to be water flows that drop any loot through that hole there and bring it to me. And it's not going to be functional though until pistons. If you look at that, you can probably figure out why I have to wait until pistons. Pause it if you must. Anywho, I'll go in more in depth about what I'm planning once pistons come out. There are going to have to be some changes made here. I have tree farm, wheat farm, and this is going to be, as you can probably guess by the grass growing up here, a tall grass slash flower farm for the dye and seeds, etc. It's going to be pretty fun to make this thing. I'm going to make it all automatic, so all I have to do is push a button and it will bring me the loot. And I'm planning to make a way to get up there by pushing a button and riding pistons at some point, because I mean, every time you use one of those you have to reset it. So there's that. I believe that's all I wanted to cover this video. I think I got to everything. Yeah. Oh, I made a really big boat with Aldera, and a video about that should be coming out before very long. Yeah, we had a really great time with it. Hope you guys will too. And see you around.